Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is Thursday, June 10th. Today's the deadline to sign up for Paper Pumpkin, guys. Don't forget that amazing Paper Pumpkin little box with the strawberries on the front. It's going to be a fun kit. You're going to want to be subscribed by midnight tonight, and then your kit will be on the way. I remain subscribed every single month to Paper Pumpkin because I have FOMO, fear of missing out. I love that little orange box that arrives on my doorstep every month. In fact, I increase my subscription to 2 so that I have an extra one because you never know. Sometimes you need an extra one, right? If you need a gift for a friend or you have company coming and you want to pull out a kit and have that available to do with someone, or you're going on a trip, you want to put it in your suitcase or your carry-on and have something crafty to do when you have downtime on your vacation. It's always an option. So today's the deadline for that. Today is also, we're smack in the middle of a 20% off two-tone cardstock sale, which is amazing. Hi, everybody that's popping in. Hello, Kathy. Hi, Janet. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Annika from the Netherlands. Thank you for joining me. Good to see you. Hi, Rebecca. So hello, Darby. The two-tone cardstock. Did you know we have two-tone cardstock available in all of the Stampin' Up! Colors? Here you can see I have a piece that is this is Granny Apple Green. So we've got one side. I don't know if I folded it up, if you can tell. Yeah. So we have a dark and a light. It's an amazing cardstock. It's a little bit thinner than our regular cardstock, but thicker than our designer series paper. We're going to play with this today. And we're also, if you're in my Technique Club, you're in for a treat because next week on the 17th, I will be doing our Technique Club class on YouTube. Plus I do 2 classes at Boston Pizza. And I do a Zoom class with my my Canadians who join my Technique Club. We are featuring this exact paper. How did Stampin' Up! Know I was going to be featuring this in July? They had no idea, right? But it just coincides with our Technique of the Month. Now, if you're in the United States, I do collaborate with Christine Bertram on this class. So if you want to get those cards from her, stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll show you the cards. I'll give you a sneak peek of the cards we're going to be making. And we're featuring the wonderful two-tone cardstock. So if you love two-tone cardstock, go ahead and grab yours by the end of tomorrow because the sale is going to end, right? And you get 20% off. And many of you that join me here are demonstrators. So guess what that means? You get to double dip. You get your demonstrator discount, plus you get the discount that Stampin' Up! Gives us. And you're going to earn Stampin' Rewards, right? When you spend a minimum $25 in Canada on anything you want, you build up your rewards. It's like, I always equate it to Starbucks stars, Optimum reward points. Those big box stores, right? That are giving you reward points for shopping. Stampin' Up! Does the same thing. So it's a win-win for everyone. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do card number 4. Using the sweet jar. Oh, I love this stamp set so much. It is so amazing. There's so much you can do with punches, and this one is a punch bundle. It checks all the boxes. It's photopolymer. We can see right through the stamps. There's a punch that coordinates with it, and there's even a Christmas set that coordinates with it. So you're going to have yourself covered for pretty much anything to do around the year. You're going to be able to use this bundle. And the punch is out of this world. Every time I look at it, I see something different. This morning, I was drinking my coffee and looking at the stamps, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a flower pot. It's a vase. It's a cauldron for Halloween, right? It could be a cauldron, a witch's cauldron. There's a lot of things you can do with this cute little jar punch. Alrighty, I see all your hearts. Thank you so much, everyone. Alrighty, if you've got questions for me, post them below. I will be coming back to check all of your comments. I appreciate every single one. And I come back and read them. I don't always get to comment on them, but if you ask me a question, I will do my best, of course, to answer you. And I appreciate you watching. Hello, Linda. Hi, Carla. Hello, Brenda from Trenton, Ontario. Hello, Wendell. Hello, Lois. Wow, it's good to see everybody here through my romper room mirror. Someone mentioned that a few weeks ago, and it's still making me giggle inside. Alrighty, let's get started. Hi, Marlene from Edmonton. Marie says, love the two tones. It's so versatile. I agree, Marie. I love this cardstock, and I am stocking up. I'm stocking up before tomorrow because 20% off plus my 25% discount, that's 45%, right? Plus, I'm going to get Stampin' Rewards, so it is in my best interest to stock up on this amazing, amazing paper. It's 12 by 12, which means you're going to get even more, right? And if you're a scrapbooker, you're going to love it because 12 by 12 is definitely, you know, something that scrapbookers love. But if you're a card maker, even better, you're going to get, if you cut your card fronts 4 by 5 1/4, you're going to get 6 out of a sheet of cardstock. So a package is going to last you a very long time. And we even have color family packets. And if you look in the scrapbooking section, if you put in two-tone on the website, if you're shopping on the website and you type in two-tone card, just write two-tone, it'll all come up, all the options. You can buy single packs, you can buy multiple packs, multi-packs, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh my gosh, multi-packs. And so you'll get lots of different colors. Like we just featured Impressions of Bloom last week. In the scrapbooking section, there is a pack of two-tone cardstock with, I think it's 6 colors, and you get 2 of each. I think that's how it is. And you're going to get all those colors that coordinate with the paper. So if you're ordering that Florals of Bloom paper, grab the two-tone cardstock because it matches so perfectly, and you're going to be able to do a lot of stuff with it. And I can't wait to teach you the techniques at my technique class on YouTube next week. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to show you one of the techniques here today on our card. Alrighty, let's get started. Here we go. Hello, Shelly. Technique class is in the same time as virtual retreat. Yeah, you know what? Those 3 days, Marie, I still have to work this is my full-time gig. So I will be doing my calendar as per usual, but it'll only be, you know, technique class is only an hour. The virtual album retreat is 8 hours each day, right? And the replay will be there. The replay will also be on my YouTube channel. If you can't watch me live, that's fine. You can also see the replay on my YouTube. Just go to Stamping with Rose Coleman on YouTube and go to the live button, and you can go back and watch the replay. So yeah, there's some things that are going to overlap next week for sure. Just the way it is. There's only so many hours in the day, right? And that virtual album retreat, I'm going to be participating too. However, I'll miss when I have to do my regular job. I always say put in quotations because it never feels like work to me. Alrighty, let's get started. Let's see. Good morning, Elaine. More testing today. Had MRI. Had to have my PET scan. Prayers for more answers. Yes, we are praying for you, Elaine. I hope you get some answers and you start to feel better. Hello, Thea. Hello, Donna. Donna loves the two-tone papers. Yes, Betty placed an order yesterday. Oh my goodness. I was going to wait till August, LOL. You know what? They give us these sales that we can't resist, right? Hello, TJ. Everyone, sorry, slept in. You didn't sleep in. You're here. You're here now. That's all that matters. And you're not on camera, so don't worry. Just sit there in your robe. We don't get to see you, unfortunately. You only get to see me. But I'd love it if it was two-way. We could see each other. Hi, Maggie. Good morning to you as well. Okay, let's get started. It's good to see everyone with me. I love having you here. Hello, Laurel. Thank you for being here from Manitoba. Good to see you with us. Okay, let's get started. We're going to flip the camera now. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we got overcast skies here in Calgary, but that's okay. It's always a good day in the scrapbooking room. Oh, I said scrapbooking room. I meant stamping room, whatever you want to call it. In the craft room. Okay, now let's get this going here. Get everything straightened up. I got lots of stamps on my desk. I got my bundle of the week on my desk. We have Sweet Jar, 22 photopolymer stamps in this bundle. And it is paired with the Sweet Jar Builder Punch. I love it, love it, love it. I'm having a blast with this one. Okay, so today we are going to make a card using some of the two-tone paper because it's on sale and you do not want to miss out on that two-tone paper. Grab it while you can because who doesn't love a good deal, right? I certainly do. Chantel's here from Belgium. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Leanne from Red Deer. Good to see you. Jennifer says, didn't think I needed it till I saw it. I have ordered now 5 mix packs. Can't wait for the orders to arrive. Yeah, see, once you get it in your hands, you're going to love it. Okay, so here's a piece of the granny apple green. Look at that. There's the light. Can you see the difference? Can you see the two tones? There it is. So you can use the light granny apple green for stamping. I mean, you can stamp on the dark as well. And the beauty of this, and this lends itself to lots of techniques, is that the inside of the cardstock is white, okay? It has a white core. So what that means is when you tear a piece of our regular cardstock, it'll be color all the way through. The two-tone has a white core, and you're going to see those white fibers come through. Maggie ordered the Sweet Jar bundle. Yeah, you're going to love this one, Maggie. It's a fantastic one. Linda says, love the two-tone, use it with the cone flower stamp set, love the turtley two-tone. Yes, the turtley is also amazing. Jennifer's asking about color families. I think I've led you astray. Not color families, but they come in. Let me just look at the catalog here. They come with in the scrapbooking section. If you have the catalog, you can find it all if you just type in two-tone online. But if you're looking through the catalog, I want to show you starting on page, it's this purple tab right here. I think it's 64. Yes, memory keeping. Okay, so in the scrapbooking from scratch sections, we have the different families, right? So we have Celebrate Together is a scrapbooking from scratch compilation. Let's call it a compilation. So we have Celebrate Together 12 by 12 two-tone. So you're going to get all of these colors, right? You're going to get Strawberry Slush, Daffodil Delight, Pool Party, Cloud Cover, Fresh Freesia, and Blackberry Bliss. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. So that's how it's sold like that. Now, and then if you keep on turning the pages, every single selection for the scrapbooking section, you're going to have the matching two-tone to go with the DSP, right? So we've got it here to go with Celebratory Sips. On page 73, we've got it to go with Weekend Adventures. You turn the page, we got another, and my page is stuck together. I think I missed some. I know Turtley Cute has its own two-tone as well. Memories in Bloom has this one right here. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. So that's 6 more colors. Then we have Turtley Sweet, 6 more colors, right? So that's 12, 18 for this Celebrate Together, and then Weekend Adventures, another. So that's like 24 sheets right there. And so that's, and they are $16.50. So that's like that. Now, if you go to, I think there's a page here that features all of the two-tone. I'm just going to flip and see if I can find that. It's here somewhere. But you can find them just by going onto the website, and typing in two-tone. I thought there was a page in here that featured it. All the colors, right? Because you can get them all together. Separately, sorry. Let's see if I look back here at the paper. DSP. Is it? Here we go. Two-tone paper, two-tone cardstock. It's not DSP, it's cardstock. In the single packs, page 77. Okay, so let's take a look here on page 77. There they are, my friends. Here's all the packs of two-tone paper. Okay, so you can see them there. And we've got every package gives you 12, right? So that's sold like that, or you can get it in the families. So 137 to 139, let's take a look there, what it says down here. So the in color, yes. Okay, so you can get it in so under the color families, like if you're looking in the catalog on page 137, at the bottom of this block of color here, you can see there's a category that says 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock. So you can get in color, both 2024 to 2026 and 2025 to 2027. And then you can also get the basics. Yeah, and every color family. So yes, indeed, we do. I forget, I think it was Jennifer that asked that question. So you can get by collection, by families. So here we have up here subtles. Look at the bottom. The very last category in each color block has your two-tone cardstock, right? So you can order individually, okay? Or you can do, ooh, maybe they don't have the assortments. 6x6, 12x12. I'm trying to see. No, okay, I take that back, you guys. I don't think they do have it by collection. They have it by just two tones of the same color on each side. Yeah, there's no color family. I apologize. It is order individually only. Okay, so you're gonna want all the colors anyway. You're gonna want like a lot. People have been asking for this individually, like we want our colors back. Ever since we started losing our scrapbooking stuff years and years ago, they've taken away big packs. So this is a way that you can get 12x12 paper in all the colors, right? Because I'm super excited about that. Because sometimes you do a layout and you want like 2 pieces of Old Olive, or you want 2 pieces of Berry Burst in 12x12, and you can't get that. You couldn't get that before, right? You buy a family, but then you've only got 2 sheets, so you have nothing to do any mats or any other extra things. So this way now you can get all of it, okay? Okay, so I hope that helps. Alrighty, so we're gonna start off today's card with thick, basic white cardstock. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just checking and make sure we're still connected here. Hello, Carla. Hi, Mitt. Hello, Joy. Marie calls it her happy place or therapy place. Yeah, I agree with you. TJ says, received your selfie printer last night and will be checking it out today for album pictures. Yes, good idea. You're going to be prepared for that virtual album retreat. I love it. I'm so excited about that retreat. Oh, it's going to be epic, you guys. Okay, so we're taking the thick, basic white, popping it into the trimmer. We're going to cut it in half. So make 2 cards. We're only going to make 1, but you can get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of cardstock. And then we're going to use the light gray scoring tool, and we're making a thick, basic white card base. Okay. Then we're going to bring in some lemon lime twist. We're going to cut a piece of cardstock 4 by 5 1/4 as our first layer here on this card. Okay, so 4 by 5 1/4. Might as well pop this one in and do that one. You know, I do at least 3 cards a day, so I'm used to just, you know, go ahead and cut a couple of them, right? Okay, so then we're going to bring in our 2-tone Granny Apple Green. We're going to go a bit smaller here. So that layer was 4. We're going to back this up to 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so 3 3/4. Make sure I got it straight here. This cardstock is very, very smooth, the 2-tone cardstock. Super smooth. It's super easy to work with. And I have fallen in love with all of the colors. Hence why I'm using it as my technique of the month for July. It is so amazing. Okay, so we have this piece here. So what we're going to do with this piece for our card, we're going to run it through the Dotted Circles 3D embossing folder. Okay, so here we go. We're going to pop this in. Now, when you work with your folders, when you open it up, the Stampin' Up! Logo is on one side. If you want your dots to be pointed out, you're going to want to put I want mine to be pointed out on the Granny Apple Green side, the dark side. Okay, so it's 2 tones. So I'm taking the dark side. I'm going to pop that onto my folder in the center here. I'm going to gently close up the folder and make sure it's centered. What I mean by centered is I'm looking at those circles and making sure they're even. So we got a little bit of wiggle room here. Well, we got a lot of wiggle room. We can move this around however we want. So I'm going to move it into the middle, like right there. And that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So we're going to run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we're going to get those circles the way we want them, okay? So actually, probably the best way to do it is to do it like this. Hold your folder and then line this up. Because if you don't get your circles the way you want them, it's probably going to drive you crazy, right? Like that. Are you a little bit OCD like me? I'm like, no, those circles have to be like perfectly centered. They're going to be radiating around the front of my card. It has to be right, or I'm going to have to redo it, right? That's just me. Okay, so there we go. I'm happy with that position. So I'm going to hold that in my hand, keep it closed so that I can, yeah, Janet says they have a few assorted packs. So the assorted packs are the ones that go with the DSP that I was just mentioning, right? In the scrapbooking section. So that's the assorted. They're not in assorted families. They're in assorted with the scrapbooking products. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, so you're able to get 24 colors if you're ordering from those assorted packs, which is pretty good. Okay, so this folder is a 3D folder. So the minute you look at your folders and you see the word 3D, you're going to want to grab your gray plate. 3D means dark gray plate. Donna says I'm like that too. Okay, I'm not alone. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we're putting the gray plate on top. No need for clear plates, just the gray one. And we're going to run it through. Okay, so we're running that through. Boom. All the cracking is normal. Nothing is breaking. I know the first time I ran things through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I was like, oh no, it's breaking. But it's not. So there we get. Oh, look at that. Look at the effect. Okay, so you can see the white fibers are coming through. It actually like cracked and they came through. That's cool by itself. You could just leave it like that if you like that effect. It kind of looks like a little bit of crackle, doesn't it? But if you want to make that pop out even more, you want to make that more prominent, you can sand this with a sanding block. You can use a nail file. You can use a little piece of sandpaper. Everybody's got sandpaper somewhere in their house, right? So I'm going to bring in, I have a sanding block. Mine's really old. I'm going to use this, pardon the noise. I'm just going to use this and rough up these dots just to expose the white core. And you can do a lot of pressure or a little pressure. It's totally up to you. But this is one of the main things I love, love, love about the two-tone cardstock. There we go. Look at that. I mean, so pretty, right? Yes, I agree, Diane. Now, you can keep on going and rough it up even more if you wanted to. And then you could also bring in your brayer and add some ink to this. We're not going to do that today, but you could, like, you know, there's lots and lots of things you can do with this technique. Okay, so there's our background. So this is going to go on my piece of lemon lime twist here. Look at that. So pretty, right? With that little pop of lemon lime on the back. So we're going to mount that on there. So, but before I do, I want to add a little bit of, what am I trying to say? Ribbon. I'm trying to say ribbon, Rose, ribbon. I'm going to bring in this ribbon that we've been playing with all week. I'm in love with this mesh ribbon. It is called Gold Striped Mesh Ribbon. Check it out. It's just like it lights up, right? It's so glitzy. And we're going to put a strip across the back of our two-tone paper here. So we're going to use 2 strips to anchor this down in the middle. So we're going to put a piece right there. We'll do our little tear and tape sandwich, burnish, and then you can bring in take your pick tool and lift up the wax paper backing. Make sure it's burnished good before you start to lift it. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to take that ribbon and attach it across the back. And you don't need to go in very far. Just make sure you're anchored down onto that onto the tear and tape. Okay, so bring in my snips. I'm going to just cut that right there. And to make sure this does not move, and I especially don't want to I want to make sure that it doesn't move because I'm gluing this down to something that's embossed. And when something's embossed and it's got bumps in it, you want to make sure that it's really, really anchored down, because it can, and I'm going to change this. This is my paddle, or my little spatula end. I'm going to turn that around and get my pointy end. Okay, so then we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to peel off that sandwich piece. Okay, so we're just going to lift up like that. So we've got essentially 4 pieces of tear and tape on there for security. Okay, and then we're going to bring in the liquid glue, and we're going to put quite a bit on the rest of this piece just to make sure that it stays put. All right, so that's going on to my lemon lime twist layer. That's a lot of L's, lemon lime twist layer. All right, so here we go. We've got lemon lime twist in the background. We've got granny apple green two-tone in the front. I love it. And this is now going to go on to my basic white thick background. I love how the basic white thick background makes the white dots come through, right? Oh, I just love this. I love it. Okay, so let's grab the bone folder and get my score line crisp. There we go. And we'll add this on. I mean, this is pretty just like it is, right? This two-tone cardstock, oh, let me tell you, you're going to love it with all of our embossing folders, especially the new sunflower. Did you see the new sunflower 3D folder? Oh my heavens. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And you're going to be able to use that folder with your two-tone cardstock and scuff up the sunflower to make the leaves and the petals highlight. It's good. You're going to love that effect. Okay, so for this card, we're bringing in an archway from the Everyday Arches cut with Pool Party. Okay, so that's going to sit right on here. We're still going to be able to see those dots coming out the back, but I thought I would use this one. Now, we could use this, or we could use something different, but I'm really liking the Pool Party with the lemon lime twist. So we're going to put this down, and we're actually going to use dimensionals. Let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and use dimensionals to anchor this down. So I'm going to put 2 up here at the top. And this one came from Rhonda Wade's online creative convention again. That convention really rocked my world. Oh my goodness. This was held back in June. Was it in June? Yes, early June. She shared so many projects with us. It was epic. Okay, so there's Pool Party on there. Now we also have Pool Party two-tone, but this is regular cardstock, regular Pool Party cardstock. Okay, so let's bring in some scrap paper and let's do some stamping. So this is a scrap piece of white, and let me see. Yes, it's big enough. So this, I think I was telling you yesterday that the strips for the sweet jar, if you, 1 3, this is 2 inches, but even 1 3/4 is wide enough so that you don't have any scrap paper flying around everywhere. So we're going to use this piece. We're going to bring in the jar, and we're going to stamp with Pool Party, some Pool Party ink. If I can find my Pool Party ink, here we go. Okay, so Pool Party, we're going to stamp the jar. Tap, tap, tap. And we're going to stamp right there. Okay, and then we're going to bring in, from the stamp set, we're going to play with these shamrocks here, and we're going to make a luck card. So we've got a background. This is so cool what they did. See this background right here? It coordinates with the hearts, and it also coordinates with the shamrocks, so you can interchange. It's so fantastic. It also coordinates with this one, the little cookies that I did yesterday. So I love that they did that. They made one background stamp, and they did 1, 2, 3, and 4, if you count the speckles, overlay stamps, right? So I love that. I mean, the more inspiration we get, the better, right? So we're bringing in that background stamp, and we're going to stamp with our lighter. We're bringing in the colors of that I'm using for my cardstock, right? So we used lemon lime twist for the background. We're going to do that here as well. So lemon lime twist for the background. Okay, so tap, tap, tap. I've got a scrap piece of paper here. I'm just going to gently tap off to get a bit of a lighter color, and then immediately stamp that in my jar. Now you could do tone on tone, like you could do right out of the ink pad, but I really I want to see what it's going to look like with just straight off the ink pad, or sorry, stamped off. So then my shamrocks, we're going to bring those in and we're going to stamp with Granny Apple Green right over top. And this is first generation right off of the ink pad. And let's do it down here and I'll show you what it looks like. This is my scrap paper, but I want to show you what it looks like when you do both. And actually, I really like that. That's straight off the ink pad with the lemon lime twist with the Granny Apple Green. This is straight off the ink pad with the lemon lime twist stamped off, and I actually like this better. So let's do that. You get two shots with a piece of cardstock. So let's go back and do that again. So we're going to bring in the background again, and we're going to stamp with lemon lime twist straight out the ink pad. Okay, so do your jar first, Rose. Go back to the jar. So we're doing three things. We're going to stamp the jar, get your framework first, right? And then we're going to do the background, and we're going to do straight first generation ink right off the ink pad, right there. Okay, so there's lemon lime twist straight off the ink pad. And then we're going to bring in the shamrocks straight off of the Granny Apple Green ink, and we're going to lower that down and stamp straight down, even pressure, and then boom, look at that. We've got a jar of shamrocks. I see your love, you guys. Thank you so much. So there's that. So let's go ahead and punch that out, and that part will be done. I love it. Okay, so here we go. We're lining this up inside the punch. I'm looking around at the actual body of the jar. Pop it out. There we go. Now we need a lid. So let's take this piece and we'll bring in our lid. We're going to do the lid in Pool Party. So we'll bring that back. We're going to tap, tap, tap in the Pool Party. Stamp it. I like to do the lid on the edge of a piece of cardstock because then we can take this and we can feed it into the top of your punch. All right. So you can just do exactly what I'm doing here. Feed it into the top and you'll get it lined up. Plus, you're not going to have any wastage, right? All of this, watch and see. We're just getting that lid. That's it. No more scrap. What is it my friend Lisa calls it? Shrapnel? Flying around everywhere. Okay, so there's that. Now we've got a little bit of white space going on in our jar here. So guess what they have in the stamp set? They have a small 4-leaf clover right there. I mean, I'm always looking for things for St. Patrick's Day, right? This doesn't have a Happy St. Patrick's Day stamp, but you don't need that. You can still send St. Patrick's Day cards and you can write on the inside, Happy St. Patrick's Day, right? So this stamp set is going to serve you well. It sure is. I mean, you're going to be able to make St. Patrick's Day cards if you want to, good luck cards. We're bringing in that shamrock. We're going to stamp one there and one over here in the white space like that. So I use Granny Apple Green straight off the ink pad with that little teeny tiny shamrock. Okay. Now we're going to add some glue to the top of this jar, just a little tiny strip of glue. And we will grab my take your pick tool, grab the lid. Now you could also, if you want to make it easy, you could just punch out a green lid out of Granny Apple Green. That would look fun. But I used the stamp this time. Okay, so that's going on to my card front right about there. But you know what I didn't do? Rose goofed. I was supposed to stamp this Pool Party piece, but we're going to do it. We're going to be very brave today, and we're going to stamp this. And even though I've got it on dimensionals, it's not something I would recommend. You're supposed to stamp first, right? So we're going to do this. So I've got this stamp here. It says, a little treat for you, right? We're going to change it up. Instead of treat, I'm going to pull in the word luck. You see how we've got luck here? How about a little luck for you? I'm going to need all the luck I can get today to get this pulled off. So I'm going to bring in, I thought we would stamp with Night of Navy. Let's do this. So I'm going to stamp the entire stamp with Night of Navy. And I'm going to grab a baby wipe, okay? And I'm going to wipe off the word treat after I get it inked up. Let me show you what I want to do here. So I'm going to go into the ink pad, get it all inked up. Then immediately, because you got to be fast because this is water-based ink and it will dry. So I'm going to take my baby wipe in my finger. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to wipe off the treat. I don't want that word. I just want a little blank for you. Then I'm going to huff on it. So I'm just reintroducing some of that moisture back. I'm going to stamp that straight down, holding my breath, saying a little prayer. Whoa, pretty good, pretty good. I'm pretty happy. I got a little bit of ink there, but we're going to see if the word luck will cover that up. So I'm bringing in the word luck. I'm going to stamp that where the word treat was. And I'm going to use something a little bit different. I'm going to use memento. Okay, so let's use some memento ink on the word luck. So ink it up good, and then we'll come over here and we're going to hover over in that space, press down with even pressure, and whoa, not too shabby. I think it worked out. No rocking today, Marie. Thank you so much. A little luck for you, okay? And then we'll put our little jar right there. And I think we did a good job. What do you think? Woohoo! Now, my whole arch from the pool party piece is on dimensional, so I don't want to make my card too thick. So I'm just going to attach my jar to the front of my card using a little bit of Tombow glue, and that'll be enough. Okay, so we'll flip this over and put that right there. A little luck for you. This could be a great card for St. Patrick's Day. It could be a card for if you have a child going off to university, or they're starting a new job. Someone's getting married and they're starting their new life together. A little luck for you. Then I thought I would pull in, we've got a little bit of gold on the background from the ribbon, but how about we bring in these new loose gold sequins and really pull in that beautiful gold shine. Okay, so you get a lot of gold sequins here. Let me tell you how many. There are 7.5 grams. Sorry, there's a phone call coming in there. Okay. So 7.5 grams, you've got 3 different sizes, 4 millimeter, 5, and 6. And we're going to, yeah, this happens, right? So we're going to, that's okay. I made a little mess, but we're going to put these onto our card. Let's see. We'll put one there. I'm going to put dots of glue. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to put 5 on my card like that. And we're going to see here, pick up our sequence and put them on top of the glue. Your take your pick tool will come in handy for sure with doing this. So we've got our, now these sequins, you can turn them over whichever way you want. We're just adding little pops of shine to this lucky card. Okay, that one right there. And last but not least, let's do a small one down here. You can add more. You're going to get a ton of this. You see all the sequins that I get? Look at that. There's like thousands in there. All right, so let's go ahead. And I'm using an odd number because that's supposed to be more pleasing to the eye. Oh my gosh, look at that, the shine. Okay, so we've got our sequins here. I'll have to just swipe those back into my container in a second. We're going to grab a piece of white for the inside. Grab my trimmer and we'll trim a piece. I like to use 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So let's do that. I've got scrap piece here. 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. And we're saying a little luck for you. Okay, so let's see what our options are for the inside. A little luck for you. You can say happy birthday, right? I think I'm just going to make a happy birthday one. Or you could say sending a little love your way, right? If someone's going on a trip or they're going to start something new, I really like that, sending a little. So let's do that. And then it could be, you know, if I decide this is going to be a birthday card, I can stamp happy birthday later. But I'm going to do sending a little love your way. I think that's kind of more versatile. Okay, so let's pull in those colors. So we'll do Granny Apple Green, sending a little your way. And then the word love, get that on a block. And let's pull in the Knight of Navy. And we'll stamp that in the middle, sending a little love your way. And then, you know, you can ink up your shamrock again, tie that into the inside of your card. We'll do a shamrock there, and one there, and one there. Ah, I love it. Okay, so now we'll glue this down on the inside of the card. And we've got a fun love, luck, and love card. I mean, when you're sending someone a card and you're wishing them luck, you're also sending them love, right? Always. So let's put that on the inside, right here. You can also sponge the edges if you want that to pop out more, making sure it's straight here. There we go, my friends. Alrighty, I hope you like this card. I love the shine from those sequins. They are so fun. And then we've got the dots to kind of match and some gold ribbon. Oh my gosh, so many fun parts of this card. Yes, use the new Christmas Christmas jar with it. Yep, absolutely. Grab this bundle while you can still get it, while it's still in stock, and grab the Christmas set too. If you like to make Christmas cards, you're going to be good to go, right? You're going to be able to make all kinds of cards. You're going to make cookie cards, shamrock cards, heart cards, and then if you get the Christmas one, you're going to be able to make all those as well. So you're going to be good. You're going to make tons and tons of cards. And I'd love to see pictures of your process if you do that, if you make a bunch of cards using the Sweet Jar Sweet Jar bundle. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your Thursday. I hope you'll come back and join me again tomorrow for Fun Fold Friday. Can't wait to share this card with you tomorrow. All righty. Have a great day. Bye for now.